When I was in 2nd grade, or about 7 years old, my parents decided to enroll me in Japanese school, which went from kindergarten to 11th grade. I'm not sure how many of you people watching have been to a language school before, but they're pretty annoying. First of all, you have to spend part of your weekend to go to classes, and as a little kid, that free time on Saturday is pretty precious, so I wasn't particularly excited to be missing out on 6 hours of my weekend. My Saturday schedule ended up being something like this. Wake up at 7:30 and eat breakfast, go to school, stand outside in the cold fog for 30 minutes to listen to morning announcements, go to class, read some books, eat lunch outside in the cold fog, nap time, the math class, and leave. Repeat this cycle for 8 years and boom, story of my life. This probably sounds like it would be super boring to you, which it was. But in my many years of attending Japanese school, a lot of questionable things have happened. When I started my first year of middle school, I finally noticed a giant flock of weeaboos in my school. Because middle school is located in a different building, 20 minutes away from the elementary school, I was practically walking blindly into my new classes. I had no idea what to expect. If I had known what would happen next, I probably wouldn't have continued Japanese school. But at 12 o'clock, during lunch, I stepped outside, and the world's loudest, most stereotypical J-pop was being blasted out of these 1-meter-tall speakers. The teacher playing this music was this old guy, and I never had him as a teacher, but knowing this guy was the one behind this just made it even weirder. Why are you doing this to me? It's pretty funny to imagine this guy coming home and saying something like,
"Whew, today was a hard day."
And then he looks to his bed and there's a body pillow.
"I'll never leave you, Rem. Oh, so beautiful." Oh.
I'm not sure if you know this, but anime music, it's pretty unique. I'm gonna say that. I've grown accustomed to the music and practically have a sound barrier outside of my ears every time I step outside for lunch, but I just can't help but laugh when I see outsiders try to pretend like they can't hear anything. Another thing that was pretty weird was that there was a calligraphy writing contest. The only rule was that you had to write a specific set of 200 Japanese kanji characters from memory, and no cheating. The contest itself wasn't very weird. It was really annoying to do, especially because it was mandatory, but no. The weird thing about this contest was the prize. If you got into the top 10, you would get an anime figure. One day when I was in my first year of Japanese school, I was sitting in class with my friend. Then he decided to take a piece of paper and shove it in his mouth. Another thing that's pretty weird are the people there. There's this thing where if guys see you hanging out with females, and you yourself are a guy, then you're transgender. What the heck? Because I thought spending time with you was boring, I am now automatically transgender. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Teachers. Teachers are weird. One time in my Japanese school, I had a math teacher who would constantly yell. I've never heard her talking normally, she's just always yelling. She would also play piano for the school anthem, because we have one of those, and she was not very good. I'd give her an F. Haha. Another teacher I had, we'll call him Mr. Ono. Mr. Ono was a cool teacher. One time I was doodling on the back of a test, and you know the number one rule about school, no doodling! But Mr. Ono walked up to me and said,
"Oh my goodness, is that Michelangelo? Dang, that's pretty cool, man."
Also, when we were reading, Mr. Ono would skip me because he knew I couldn't read all of the complicated words.
Okay, next up to read is, Hana.
You know, this probably made him sound like a really bad teacher, but you're wrong! Overall, Japanese school is pretty good. It's really tiring, and a lot of the time I don't want to leave my bed on Saturday morning, but just knowing that I can watch anime subbed without having to practically read an entire essay whenever someone talks really pushes me to keep going.
Hey guys, Domics here. Just want to thank Aiden for letting me voice in this video. I actually think I would be the type to let my students doodle on their work. I mean, there's no harm in it, right? Anyway, if you guys haven't already, please subscribe to his channel. And if you'd like to check out my work, there will be a link in the description. Isn't that right, Aiden? Okay, back to my weeb music.